get ready to enter the vortex. Starring Vandita.
And welcome to another episode of the Anal Retentive Housewife. Today is a very special episode because we're filming on site in the Costco parking lot. You can see Costco out behind me. And another fine store that I love to frequent, the Krispy Kreme. Now Costco is one of the very special stores in the area because it's the only other store that takes American Express and not Visa, thereby becoming instantly a favorite in my house. As everybody knows by now, I'm sure, I am a Costco hoe. I admit it. It's okay. There's a support group for all of us here. So, first of all, let's talk about how we're going to prepare before we get into the store. We have our card ready to go to enter. Card. Okay, I have emptied out my car so I can buy as many things as I need and fill the car to the brim. Okay, what else? We're going to take a shopping cart from the parking lot here to take inside with us. A, that's courteous, and B, it allows us to have a little control as we're walking into the store and not feel flustered trying to get a cart from the cart area. Okay, we have our list. So there's several. It's grown quite large because I have not been here in at least a week, maybe a couple of days. And I'm down to my last 6 rolls of toilet paper, and I feel nervous if I'm down to less than 12. So I really get nervous. Well, because I am anal retentive. So, okay.
Wouldn't that mean you wouldn't actually need toilet paper?
Well, yeah, but you still want to have it. Women always need more toilet paper than men. It's just a fact of life.
I see. Is that because we shake and we don't dab?
That's right. You shake, don't wipe. But you need to wipe, not shake. Okay, and you're probably wondering why we're out in the parking lot and not inside where it's nice and warm and cozy and there's free food. That's because we're not allowed to film in the store. And one day it's my dream to become the Costco spokesmodel and pretend to like stuff like the Kirkland stuff, which I do. But that's why we're outside. So with that, let's go into the store and then we'll talk again when we come back outside. Okay, we're done with our shopping, which took excruciatingly long today, even though it's Super Bowl Sunday and technically everybody's supposed to be at home. So I don't know what the problem was. Also, we were unable to find some items. So what that means is that we have to come back, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But we could not locate area rugs or the Oregon chai that I like so much. Camera stadiums are you smoking?
Yeah, just, you're on, talk.
Okay, the Oregon chai was gone missing, as was the Red Bull, which I had purchased here before, as were the smoke detectors. So again, sometimes you can't find items, so we have to live with that and move on.
Could we go to another another warehouse store, perhaps? At which we have a membership?
No, this is the only one that we have a membership to, and it's bad enough that they move stuff around here. That's why we go to every aisle. Going to another one would simply be too disorienting for me.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's shopping expedition?
It was less than stellar.
I see. And give us some reasons.
We also could not find the photo albums that I had mentioned previously for organizing my photo albums, which means I will know how to go to Wolf Camera to get the photo albums that I like so much.
That also would perhaps validate my question, which I asked you in a previous show, as to what one does when they particular brand and style of photo album
You
you like.
contact the manufacturer
I see.
and you get the brand, and I've done that to get additional photo album pages. It is not a problem at all. Let's review a couple of the points I mentioned at the beginning of the show. First of all, make a list. It's only a starting point. You can vary from the list if you need to, but stick to your list first.
We seem to vary from the list extensively.
No, we did not.
Oh, okay.
Also, we do have to go through every aisle.
Get the camera. Yeah.
We do have to go through every aisle because they move stuff around constantly. I don't know why. They must just be frustrated, and that's why they move items around. Also, we did take the shopping cart before we entered the store, which saved us a little bit of time, but unfortunately not enough time. I mentioned earlier in the show that we should be courteous when we're inside the store, and unfortunately that did not happen today because it is Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl 35, I believe, where the Ravens are playing the Giants. Okay, again, this did not keep people from coming to my store. I don't know why they came to my store on my day. So, anyway, people were very uncourteous, where I would stop and let people pass. Nobody let me pass, and then they'd stand behind me like whatever, you know, especially at the aisle, where the checkout aisle, where my card did not read through because I probably need a new card because mine has gone bad somehow.
The magnetic strip was bad. The card is still good. There's money in the account.
Yes, that's what I meant, and you know that.
No, they
So-
didn't know that.
They did, I told them that.
Okay.
I said you're going to have to punch it in manually, and the guy did not hear me or did not pay attention. Anyway, a gentleman behind me was so distressed. He went to get the supervisor so she could unlock the terminal. Then the lady 3 people down said, "What's taking so long?" And it's like, stuff a sock in it, you witch, and be patient, okay?
I think
go
you
there,
pronounced that
wait.
witch word wrong. Doesn't it
Yeah,
begin
starts
with a
B
B?
normally. But you come to the store to enjoy yourself, have a good time, feel good about spending money and buying things. And then when people like that are around and they rush you out of the store like that, it really can make it quite unpleasant. Now, I've never had this experience when I shop, and usually I come here in the evenings for just that purpose, because most of these idiots who work 9 to 5 somehow can't seem to deal with like doing events in the evening, so they do everything during the weekends, which is why I tend not to shop here on the weekends. I can also tell you ahead of time, a good day to shop here is Halloween Eve, because everybody's home giving candy to the kids. If you come shopping here that day, your trip will be very, very pleasant, and normally it is very pleasant. Okay, also, they do have food here, and what I recommend if you're hungry is to grab a slice of pizza before you go into the store. Then you can nosh on the pizza and your beverage while you're shopping.
There were no free samples today, I noticed.
Samples are only in the afternoon. They've cleaned up by 3 o'clock. So, and it must have been very busy for them to have run out of samples so quickly. But you can grab a slice of pizza and grab a beverage and then just keep going from there. And it used to be Cafe 150 because everything was $1.50 or something.
Oh, it's
But-
Cafe 200 or something.
Yeah, now it's a little more expensive. But the quality's still good and the prices are still reasonable. So I do recommend that if you're hungry, because otherwise you'll buy a bunch of food that you don't really want and you don't really know what to do with. They also have an excellent drugstore that carries a lot of nice products at a good price, and I do recommend going to that. Again, the prices are reasonable, quantities are not limited at all, so do that. Okay, a couple of other tips when you're leaving the store is the line with the most number of people, but each person has like 2 or 3 items, and not necessarily the fastest line. The fastest line is always the one with the fewest number of people, because transactionally speaking, it takes less to process 3 people than it does to process 6 people, no matter how many items those 3 people have. Okay, so just a tip for people who are shopping. Okay, now if we can move to the cart. Cart packing is a very fine art. It's almost like a puzzle, and you'll notice that the puzzle master did not do a very good job this particular time. But there's a very fine line between how you order stuff into the cart and how you put it onto the moving belt, and then how you move from the moving belt into the cart, from the cart to the trunk, and from the trunk out to your home. So, you will also notice that I have taken the liberty of unpacking my car of all its extensive trunk contents.
With the exception of the aforementioned plastic box.
That was mentioned on a previous episode of the show, which if you missed, I highly recommend you watch it, on stuff that you should keep in your trunk in order to be a good Samaritan. And I try to be a good Samaritan, except sometimes there's irritating people that make it impossible. So when that happens, unfortunately, the show must go on, whether I'm in a good mood or not. So that being the case, let's get to packing the trunk.
Okay.
First of all, lift with your knees, grab it, lean the cart against your car. That way it won't roll anywhere.
Now you want to put the heavy items at the bottom, correct?
No, you just want to pack in the most efficient way possible.
But, I mean, if you put the soft squishy stuff on the bottom, wouldn't it get squished?
Yes.
Vanny, do you want me to load the car and you could hold the camera?
No.
No, okay.
Women can pack and unpack their own carts. There's nothing wrong with doing a little bit of heavy lifting. Beverages are a really good buy at Costco because they're so inexpensive. I think the average price per can is somewhere about between 28 and 32 cents a can. And even though the price has gone up over the years, the value is still reasonable. You'll notice I didn't ask for any boxes, because boxes just mean more crap you have to undo for the recycling bin. Costco bags, however, are perfectly acceptable. Now, you'll also notice that I have emptied the back seats of my car also, which normally are full with stuff that I need to cart back and forth to different vendors. But I've emptied that because sometimes when you run out of space in your trunk, you can put items in the back seat. For those of you who don't have a back seat, well, I don't know what to tell you. I feel kind of bad because I used to be in that position myself, and then I got a big car just so I could shop at Costco with abandon. So we'll just put the last two items. Again, leaning the cart against our own vehicles so we don't infringe on anybody else's vehicular space. And always being the polite shoppers, we will put the cart somewhere where it is safe and out of harm's way for other vehicles.
Why don't we use it to block in that lady's car who gave you trouble?
If I only but knew where she was, I would kill her now. Okay.
2, 1, you're on.
Okay, I still haven't totally de-stressed from that stupid woman saying why the line was taking so long. I really don't get it. Most of the rest of us joke and just kind of say, oh, well, that's just me. I always get in the wrong line, you know? And you don't really, make a big deal about it. You certainly don't say anything loud enough for the person who's holding up the line to hear. I mean, good God. Anyway, hopefully none of you are on the road right now. Otherwise, I'm liable to run you over. But we're in the vanmobile, so everything is safe again. I'm in my safe place and on my way home to enjoy some of my delectables. I did get a few food items So those need to be refrigerated immediately, and that'll be the first thing that we unpack. After that, we'll need to put everything away in order. Face front, of course, all facing the same direction. So that should be a good refresher course on how to organize your cabinets. We always want to be consistent in how we do things. And we're back at home, unloading the car. Last thing you want to do is wait and keep the crap in the car. You want to load and unload your car immediately.
Now I notice you've backed the car into the garage. Is there a particular reason for that?
Van can back. I know how to back up a car, parallel park, and do 1,000 other things that most guys don't know how to do. But to answer your question, it's because all the stuff's in the trunk, and it makes it that much easier. Yeah, it's kind of fun to show off that you actually know how to back up into your garage.
I see. It's a good thing I didn't film it. It was 20 minutes just getting the car in.
Yeah. What can you do? So, again, careful loading and unloading. I should have signed this area for loading and unloading of Costco crap only. Now you pointed out some interesting things on the drive back, which were the fact that there is a Costco.com website at which you can check the status of your rebates and shop for additional different items that you can't buy in the store. And so that is another venue that is available to you. And I believe if you're a business, you can also set up business delivery. So there's all kinds of Costco options out there.
The sounds of suburbia.
Oh, okay. And we're back. Now, like I said, we got a few foodstuffs. So the first thing that has to happen is the foodstuffs have to go inside the fridge. And let's see. Got my precious cheese. I love these things. Single-use packets. That means nothing spoils. And even better, some edamame, which is cooked boiled soybeans. Yum. A little bit of salt on those things. They're great. And let's see, I'm getting a little thirsty. So I'm going to break out one of my favorite beverages. Again, I don't get paid for using any products.
We'll never bow down to any corporate sponsors.
I have no corporate sponsors, so trust me when I say, personally, this is what I like. And 7-Up, up yours.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You didn't say anything bad. Okay, now grab a pair of scissors, nice pair of utility scissors. Nothing cheap for the shrink wrap crap. And you just want to get everything out as quickly as possible. The key to all this is being efficient. Oh, we're not being efficient already. Close the fridge. We put all of our surplus beverages on the counter. Why on the counter? Because that way they're easy to reach. Put them in the garage, something bad might happen. So I like to keep all my food inside the house.
Are you
even if it
referring
takes
to the
space.
ant incident?
Yes.
One time we had ants crawling all over the cans of soda, which required us to clean every can individually.
Yes, it was quite a fiasco. And, yeah, not good. Anyway.
Those things are hellaciously expensive, by the way. That was the most expensive item we got.
Thank you for doing the cost-benefit analysis. Still,
However, they are the best razors.
yes, they're the best razors in my humble experience. IMHE. Watch yourself when you cut these plastic things. You could hurt yourself. Be very careful. These things are a pain in the behind to open, and yet they don't give you any other options. Okay. Now I said I take Excedrin for my tough headaches, and I do, but unfortunately somebody else here likes Aleve, so you kind of, I still like to keep like one of each, you know, Aleve, Tylenol, Excedrin. What else is out there? Aspirin. Just because different things have different purposes. So there you go. Now these are wonderful little facial wipes that I take to work to do my afternoon face cleansing. And it's a really good way to keep your oil and things under control while at work.
And they come 2 packages, or you get 2 in the thing?
1 plus a refill. This is a new packaging design. It used to just come in these, which I'm totally happy with, but now it comes in a nice little container too. So go figure. Some marketing genius probably came up with that. Yeah, don't even get me started on marketing geniuses, because there's no such thing. That's like an oxymoron. Marketing genius. Ugh. And these bags are great. I use them for carting around all kinds of stuff. Donations to the Goodwill, whatever. Stuff to cart back and forth from work, dry cleaners. These are really handy, even though they have no handles.
Could you refrigerate some of those energy drinks? Because I'll want some in the morning.
Certainly. Okay, we got some energy drinks. Again, as I mentioned, the Red Bull was not available. That's the price you pay for going to a warehouse store and getting good prices. Sometimes I run out of things. I don't know when the shipments come in. I'll probably have to ask the manager there. So it's, unfortunately, sometimes these things are just out of my control. But you do what you can, and these are a tasty alternative to the Red Bulls, and actually they're quite a bit cheaper. So it is being cost effective. So there we go.
Oh, you only put 3 in? Okay. I
How
guess I
many
only
do you
need them. Well, just 1 usually in the morning.
Well then,
I'm not
You
planning
got
on getting drunk tonight, so there's no need for more than 1 in the morning.
so, and again, I keep these in the box because they're not held together by those little dolphin killers or whatever they are. Everybody's so paranoid about eating tuna now because, oh, it'll kill the dolphins. It's like, man, they're not that smart, you know. Get over it. Okay, cups. Those paper cups I love so much because I don't like to wash dishes. Oops, whoops. Cups. Cups are good. It means you don't have to wash as many dishes. And seeing as how we're always like in a drought or near drought status, I like to have cups. That way I don't have to wash dishes and I can still use and flush the toilet. Let's see, we have a little guest, Sammy. Sammy, say hi.
Sammy.
Sammy.
Sam. Very good. Who says you can't train a cat?
Sammy is the best cat ever. Now I sent a videotape of her learning how to sit, because she can sit on command, to the stupid pet trick section of Letterman, and they have not called me. So I'm a little perturbed. I am easily perturbed by things that distress me, because I have a very clear sense of doing the right thing. So when other people don't follow those same ideals, kind of disappoints me, shall we say. So, and again, we want to do this all now, otherwise you're just going to have to do it later. Oh, cool, check it out. Another free t-shirt offer. I love getting Sobeys because you get all these cool free t-shirts by collecting all these like fun little cans. Man, we should have kept some of the ones we had from before.
What ones do we need?
Peace, love, lizards, got lizards, natural born lizards.
I've seen natural born lizards.
And I've seen got lizard.
Well, I'll have to remember to check my caps.
So, you can get like a t-shirt for $5 plus the shipping, and hey, you're getting something good out of the deal. So it's kind of cool. And $5 for a t-shirt ain't bad. You look distressed.
I've seen t-shirts like 3 for $10 before.
Yeah, at the 3 for $10 store, nowhere else. So we'll have to keep that. Okay. Now that we got a tub of rice. This is basmati rice, not basmati. Okay, like however people say it. It's basmati rice.
It comes in a nice burlap bag
Yeah.
that you can use to make underwear for that special person you hate in your life.
Well, the burlap bags are good for other purposes. But, yeah, the rice is pretty good. And, it's been about 2 years since we got rice. So we're just going to set this aside. Here. Oops. There. That's neater, isn't it?
Much neater.
Now then, we got some napkins. Now I know there's a lot of cheap people out there who like to get the no-ply napkins, but these are so much nicer, and they're actually 3-ply, and they're suitable for serving at a nice dinner. So, all we do is put them neatly, like so, into the napkin bin, like thus. And, let's see, we were a little messy in taking it out of the plastic, so I should have been a little more careful with that. So I'll have to find something else to put this in. Maybe a nice shopping bag, because this is really messy. What do you think?
I think it doesn't really matter much, but that's me.
Okay, well, we'll put this aside here because we're going to have to put that away later. Okay. Now then, like I said, the shopping list is a starting point. And so, this was a pickup kind of item here. And yet it's going to be useful too.
Oh, you're going to clean my car. Cool.
No, but look at this. These are these handy little wipey things for cleaning. And don't think that you can use them just in your car. You can use them inside the house too. And that's precisely why I got them. Check it out. Cleaning. Protecting. Now this you're probably going to want to use like maybe on your fine leather furniture or in your car, of course. And this one's extra cool. Glass wipes. This is great. I'm really happy with this. It was like $6 for this little set, this trio as it were. And
You could have gotten a whole huge thing of paper towels and about a gallon of windshield wiper cleaner.
not the same thing. Not as fun. This is a nice little, like, kind of, you can always buy more stuff. Okay, I want to end with the segment I like to call Van Adiems and talk about those ads that we've all been seeing on the TV about Rogaine. Now, in the ad, the guy says, oh, you know, thanks, Dad, because Dad has no hair and he's got the little corner plots and, you know, the moon thing or the Telly Savalas look happening. And he seems to think it's due to his dad. And actually, it's not. It's due to his mom. Male pattern baldness is passed along from the mother's side of the family. So if you're a man and you want to know how you're going to look like in a couple of years, look at your mother's father or her brothers, because, you know, that's what's going to be passed on through to you. Okay? Especially look at her brothers, look at her grandfather from her mother's side, that type of thing. It is absolutely not from the father's side. Okay, that's my moment of truth in advertising. And I'm the Anal Retentive Housewife, saying it's not just a show, it's a way of life.